Hi everybody, this is Beth, and I have two messages I'd like to talk about today. The first one is to homeschool moms, and the second part is to moms who don't homeschool right now. Now, first my message to homeschool moms. I think this was prompted by the news from my friend Trish, Sew Trish, who is not going to continue homeschooling in the fall, and no judgment, because I know we're all moms and we do what's best for our children. And Trish, I like the plan that you have. But also in my own local group here, 20 to 30 homeschool friends that I know, and a few of them, we get tired from time to time. And so my message is, I just want to say, I know, I have all 12 years of math books already purchased, and probably all the other books that they're going to read when they get in high school. And my oldest is only 10. And I can get on the blogs and Facebook pages and in small groups and over a cup of tea, whatever, talk about, well, what do you think? What do you do for math? Or what do you do for writing? Or we get into the nitty-gritty and the details of exactly the best perfect way we can do our homeschool. And while that's fun, perhaps there's times when we just can't maintain that amount of intensity and involvement and just the energy that it takes, constant energy. This is a marathon. I know most of us have signed up for the marathon aspect of it, and not a sprint. So I just want to say, yeah, even though I can argue, I think this way's better than that way, and here's why, and give you all my list of reasons. I just want to bring up the point that it's okay to relax. I heard Andrew Pudewas say it. He said he didn't recommend it, but it would be okay. It would probably be okay if you just read to your kid for 4 hours a day, which also means audiobook for 4 hours, or maybe they could read for 4 hours. And if that's all they did, it would probably be all right. And another point, I'm going to tiptoe on this topic and bring it up. I'm involved with my community of homeschool friends locally, 50 or something kids that I'm around on a regular basis and have been for the past 5 years. And then there's also other large groups of students who are not predominantly homeschooled, like Sunday school classes and vacation Bible school. And as a group, as a population, the differences that I see, they're just heavy. In general, not on an individual basis, but in general, what I've noticed is the groups of the children who aren't homeschooled just seem to have such heavy things to deal with. There's just pressure. I think it's not pressure from adults so much as maybe from the 20, 30 kids that are your age that you're surrounded with every day, and you have to live up to their expectations of you. I don't know. I'm totally guessing. But I can see overall there's just a heaviness and a stress of things they have to deal with. And then I look at our homeschool community and I just see this freedom to be okay and to be silly and to have fun while you're learning huge quantities of material, and to just be able to focus on the academics of it and having fun with your friends and interacting with tutors and other mothers that your mom knows, and because we're all together a lot, and to just see that freedom and the carefree environment that we're giving them while we allow them to learn the academics. So even, I know we feel the pressure to really get it perfect and hit it out of the park. So I just want to say, even if you don't hit it out of the park, even if you do a bad job on the academics, okay, you're still doing so much for them, just providing an environment where they can learn and be a child, and just postpone that inevitable, reality of the world, the pressure moving in on you. But then again, so you grow up and go to college and get a job. Once you're through the institutionalized school, are you ever in an environment, such an artificially created environment of 20 to 30 people your own age in a group? Don't think so. So maybe that never comes. So just saying, it's okay to relax. And there are whole entire curriculums like Robinson Curriculum where mom says, you guys, and this works really well, by the way, if you have lots of children, you do your school, you know what to do. And you just get the thing automated. So you have time. So if you need to spend time with this one on this, or that kid on that, or go do laundry, or do whatever, whatever it is that you need to do, it allows time for that. Or what if you're sick in bed for 6 months? School carries on. And it can work that way, and it can work well that way. So my message is, don't have to feel that pressure so much, okay? Even doing a poor job, in your own opinion, really, I think, in reality, is going to turn out to be a really, really good job, okay? So moms, relax. You can do this. Take it easy if you need to, okay? You'll be fine. Your kids will be fine. And now, I have a message for moms who don't homeschool right now, and I'm going to assume that if you weren't interested in homeschool at all, and it never crossed your radar, then you wouldn't have watched this video so far. So I'm going to keep talking and just assume there's some interest or curiosity that you have about it. Now, before my kids, I'm currently schooling 3 children, and ages 7, 9, and 10. And before I started, my oldest in kindergarten, I was petrified. I didn't want to send him off to school, but I had no idea that I could homeschool. None. I thought, I can't do that. That's crazy. Isn't it crazy? See, you know what I mean? That's a crazy idea, and so it was quite a process of how I came about to actually homeschool, and it was a decision that I put to myself, it's only kindergarten. And I looked at the state standards, it was the county standards, for a school system, and I read the requirements for kindergarten. I'm like, well, he's known that actually because he was firstborn, and firstborns are typically overachievers anyway. And so I'm like, okay, he's already met these standards. Surely I can do something with him for kindergarten. And if I really mess him up, I can send him off to school. And it turned out that we actually did a lot of work that year, and the end of the year just showed up, and I realized, wow, we did a lot of work. And the next thing I realized was that wasn't really hard at all. It doesn't have to be hard. Caveat, my friends are going, yes, this is hard. Not all my friends, but some friends are going, this is hard, this is really hard. And I know what you mean. I can relate to both sides. It can be hard, but I think the hard part is having the kid, okay? We've got to deal with your attitude, whether you went to school today or whether I'm here getting you to do your math or whatever. Okay, so we're already the parents, and that's the hard part. And your kid, where he goes to school, I think having the kids at home actually lessens some of the change, the variables of things that we have to deal with. So, what was my point? I talked myself out of my point. Okay, so kids can go to school and moms, it's hard. Oh, I said it's not hard, didn't I? Yeah, it's not hard. I don't think it's hard. There are hard ways to do it, and you can get tired, and I know the whole intro of this video was specifically for moms who are tired right now, or who have been tired, or you can go through a season of being tired. But overall, if it's too tiring, you can back off. The message that I needed to hear before I made the decision to homeschool, the message that I needed to hear that was not there was, you can do this. Now, this year, I've joined a local exercise boot camp. It's a fit community of moms, okay? And you go there, and it's a bunch of strangers. You don't know them, but they're so encouraging. We're all just moms, and we show up, and we encourage each other. And they're telling you to do way many more exercises than you possibly can, but they're going, you can do it. You can do it. You're stronger than you think. You can do this. You can, come on, just a little harder. You can do it. We're almost done. You're almost there. Okay? And it's so uplifting and encouraging. And you wouldn't dare walk in there and say, I can't do this, because they'll just, with such sincerity and honesty, not berate you, but yes, encourage you. Yes, you can do this. Yes, you can do this. But I bet, I haven't tried it, but I bet if I caught them out in the parking lot and said, do you think that you could homeschool? Oh, no, that is way too hard. Like, really? It's not. There is no voice in the community going, you can do this. But really, you can do it. All you need is the feeling that that's what you think is best for your children. And as moms, we all do anything that we think our kids need, right? That's all you need to know, is that you think is best for them, and then you just make it happen. Like, how else do you do what you do? Get up, go to work, get your kids out to school, go get them, bring them home, run them here, run them there, sports. Oh my goodness. I mean, what we don't do for our kids. So you can do it. that is not an excuse option that's on the table, okay? It is not that hard. There are so many ways you can do it, and you can make it work to suit your personality and your children's and your family's lifestyle and your schedule and all those things. And speaking of that, the amount of work that it's going to take, you're going to do that work anyway when your kids bring home homework from school. You're the one in charge for making sure they get it done, right? The difference is, okay, you still have to make them get this work done. It's still going to take a set amount of time. The difference is you didn't get to pick out what that work is. It could be important to you or not. You won't have the ability to go, well, you know, we've got a really busy week this week and we need to back off a little bit on this, and I'm willing to make that trade. That won't be your call anymore. You have to like get permission from someone else to set your own family's priorities and things like that. So you're going to be doing the work anyway, but is it going to be stuff that's important to you or that works for you, or are you just letting go of that authority and control that you have? Or are you just handing that over to someone else? So that is the message I think is missing, that I want you to know. You can do this. There's blogs, Facebook communities, there's local communities. Just a couple ideas. Robinson Curriculum is a very hands-off. If you've got a lot of kids and a lot of things to get done, you just manage the process. And one thing I've learned with Robinson Curriculum that I haven't pointed out specifically in a video yet is when my kids learn to teach themselves, they can teach themselves faster than I could have taught them, because, you know, at some point I have to get up from the kitchen table. I could sit here and teach you all day, right? But, you know, I need to start a load of laundry. I need to start cooking dinner. But if you can teach yourself, well, all of you can be teaching yourself at the same time while I am just keeping the house going or making sure you have the materials that you need. Okay, so Robinson Curriculum, Unwinded. And then you've got, the thing I loved about Robinson Curriculum also is the Facebook page. Tons of friends, thousands of friends, okay, worldwide using this curriculum. And you have a question, you just get on there and ask, and you've got 50 answers immediately. It's just tons of just support and encouragement and dialogue if you have questions. And so what I've learned, I also do classical conversations, and that is a local community of friends, but they're real friends, like 20 to 30 families in a community, really close-knit friends, like-minded friends, and they're real and right here and not virtual. You can go to their house, you can all meet at the park, you can like do things together. So both of those things are really helpful and encouraging. So there's two options: Robinson Curriculum, classical conversations, and there's anywhere in between. Just tons of information. Find a you know, your county probably has a homeschool group. You can just Google, see what you come up with, talk to people and get ideas. If you're interested, you can do it, okay? And for those of us who are already doing it, you're doing a great job, okay? Keep it up. You can do this. And remember, Trish, I said no judgment on you. No judgment on any of you, because we're all doing what's best for our children, and we know that. And I just want to encourage you in what you're doing, what you feel the Lord laying on your heart to do to take care of your family, and may you have grace and strength and endurance to keep up this good work. Thanks for watching.